In 2014, AMD was bleeding money and was loaded with debt. Their stock price was at an all-time low, and the company was on the edge of bankruptcy. However, since then, AMD's stock price is up 1,300% and it is considered as a leader in the semiconductor industry. AMD's fortunes changed on October 8, 2014 when they appointed Lisa Su as its CEO. Despite the huge challenges that AMD faced, Su liked the challenge and was excited to take the company higher.
When I think about what's important to me, JT, it's really about how do we do something that truly matters in the industry? And it's always been about that for me. So it's about, how do we get the next generation processors out there or the best visualization capabilities? And there's so few companies that have what AMD has.
Once Su took over, the first thing she did was change the company's vision and focus. Su said in an interview that the most important thing for us back in 2014 was, first, choosing the right markets that were good for technology. She avoided all the places where she thought their company's effort would be meaningless. Instead, she focuses on what their company was good at. She said that improving what you possess means improving the DNA of your company.
At that time, 3 or 4 years ago, it was, mobile phones and tablets and IoT that were the sexy things. And we were like, hey, we know that those are good markets, but those are not AMD. And
right.
We focused on what we thought the future would hold for us.
With this in mind, the company decided not to pursue building technology for mobile phones as it was determined the company did not perform well in that sector. Instead, the company decided to make a big bet on high-performance computing architecture, including powerful computer processors and graphics chips for gaming, artificial intelligence, supercomputing, and other cutting-edge technologies. AMD built fast and powerful chips, and often undercut its competitors on price.
We are about our products, we are about our customers, and we are about simplifying everything that we do.
This strategy was a lifesaver for AMD as those products were turned out to be what the company was dominant at. Speaking of dominant, please take a moment to dominate the like button and show this video some love if you are enjoying the content. Another thing that has made Lisa Su's leadership great is that she understood that it wasn't what AMD did in 2014 that was going to make it great, but instead what they were going to do in the future that made them great.
We honestly have to look 5 years out and say, what does the world need from tech in that time frame?
So when she took over in 2014, she implemented ideas and strategies that wouldn't come to fruition until a few years later. For example, the first generation of AMD's new product portfolio was a desktop processors called Ryzen and server processors called EPYC, which was first released in 2017. Then a third generation of Ryzen in 2019. With the uniqueness in their work, these moves put AMD on the map in the chipmaker space and their success was rewarded by Wall Street.
So 5 years ago, you became the CEO of AMD, and the company was in a very different spot back then, declining share price and kind of struggling to find its place in a market that's really dominated by very few, very large players. And today, you're one of the best performing stocks in the S&P 500.
AMD stock has hit a record high around $99 per share. It was the best performing stock in 2019, growing nearly 150%. This is all astonishing considering that when Su took over AMD, stock price was $3.40. That's a 1,300% gain since she became CEO. In 2021, AMD's chips power cloud computing, data centers, artificial intelligence, and gaming technologies are dominant in today's market. Under Su's leadership, the future is bright for this company and their success is only Ryzen and Ryzen.